সবাইকে ঈদ মোবারক। আপনারা জানেন নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটিতে আজকে প্রথমবারের মতো আমাদের যারা শিক্ষার্থী আছে তাদের সবাই ঈদের ছুটি উপভোগ করছেন। তো ঈদ নিয়ে অনেক দিন থেকে মুসলিম সম্প্রদায়ের ডিমান্ড ছিল ঈদের ছুটি নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি বোর্ড অফ এডুকেশনের ক্যালেন্ডারে অন্তর্ভুক্ত করা। তো এটা এই বছর প্রথম করা হয়েছে। নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি মেয়র বিল ব্লাজিও যিনি এই পদক্ষেপ নিয়েছেন এবং এই বিলটি কার্যকর করেছেন। তো এই বিষয়ে যারা অগ্রণী ভূমিকা পালন করেছেন এবং যারা এই ইতিহাসের সাথে সম্পৃক্ত তারা আজকে আমাদের স্টুডিওতে এসেছেন এবং তাদের সাথে আমরা কথা বলবো এই ছুটির বিষয়টি নিয়ে। তো আজকে আমাদের সাথে আছেন মিস্টার হাশেম এল মালগি, যিনি কোয়ালিশন ফর মুসলিম স্কুল হলিডের একজন নেতা, মিস্টার সুজাত খান, কোয়ালিশন ফর মুসলিম স্কুল হলিডে NYC নেতা, ইমাম সামির আল রাই, co-founder of the Muslim Coalition, এবং Lucia Gomez, Labor Community Leader. So everybody is welcome to the studio. So Mr. Shujat Khan.
Thank you for having us.
Mr. Shujat Khan, let's start from you. So how it's happened, the Muslim holiday? Who are the person or who is the organization who they start this movement?
Okay, first of all, viewers, Assalamu alaikum, and also I am very much grateful and honored to be here, and I would like to thanks to the Time Television and as well as whoever helped us to do this campaign, organize this campaign, and today become successful. I like to thank to every single one, and I like to share my love, admire, and affectionate to them. Even the who sign a petition, I remember the very first day we had very hard time to collect those things. So then now I like to answer Mr. Tahir's question accordingly. First actually is happened before the coalition, before we launched this thing, back in 1999 when my daughter was in the public school. She came after the Christmas vacation and she asked me, Dad, I like to celebrate my Eid and I know something is wrong. Then I went to the principal to talk about this thing, and principal showed me Chancellor's office, and I wrote a letter to Chancellor. The Chancellor replied me, and that was some kind of prayer you need to submit before the holiday. And I did that, and at the end of the year I see my daughter was marked absent. And then I was mad. I spoke to principal, nobody helped me at that time. Then I was looking for what to do. This is what happened before I joined NYCPP, La Fuente, that was the sister concern of La Fuente, which is all under the AFL-CIO. And then when I find NYCPP, we had a meeting in 98th Street in Corona, that was Dominican Association. And then from there, the NYCPP got this idea, and there was a New York Times, and they published this thing, that parent demanding this thing. And after then, NYCPP called me in their office, and I went there. There was Gauri Sadhwani, there was, I remember, Zaida Pirani. They interviewed me and they said, okay, at the end, we will do this thing. And then we are trying to do this thing at the beginning. But it didn't go much to the forward. And in one point, with their help and other labor unions' help, we hired a lobbying company, and they advised us how to do this thing, and then we proceed accordingly.
Okay, so I was a witness when Mayor declared the Eid holiday in Brooklyn, and you were one of the speakers.
Right.
And you express your opinion there, and also you share your experience about your daughter.
Right.
So exactly what happened? You just tell us that she was absent?
Yes, like they said, okay, your child could have an excuse absent, but excuse, they didn't tell you excuse absent is also an absent. So this thing mark on your report card. Let's put it this way. one kids from non-Muslim family competing for specialized high school have 530 mark. That child choose to go to starvation or Bronx science. Another kids, there's non-Muslim. If I said the first one is Muslim, then this one non-Muslim, and they both choose to go to starvation or Bronx science. They both have 530 marks. Now you tell me who gonna go first? Because your child, because of he or she Muslim, he not gonna have perfect attendance. So you tell me who gonna go? Who the authority gonna put the other one to the top? That's what happened. Okay. And another thing, not only that, another thing, when the end of the year, school authority honor with kind of medal or some kind of recognition. So most of the kids, they are not, who are not Muslim, they get the perfect attendance medal and they get applause from the crowd. But when your Muslim kids, they have 2 days absent, what happened? How they feel when they go home? Oh, I didn't get it. I could have get this. Because I didn't get it, I'm Muslim, I was not in the school, I celebrate my holiday. So this thing actually, I know there are a lot of parents out there like me, they are also feeling the same way. I'm not here to take any credit personally, but I take this thing as a challenge. I want to see at the end.
So Lucia, what was the role of the labor movement to get this done?
I would have to say that labor was really integral. I mean, 32BJ, the Labor Religion Coalition, a lot of different labor unions who came into the process because they were asked by the coalition partners, can you support us? Can you support the fact that a lot of labor unions have Muslim members? And 32BJ in particular was one of those labor unions who really took this on as a campaign, partnered with NYCPP at that time, right? And they were the ones who really put their name forward and said, let's continue to grow and expand this coalition. Labor Religion Coalition, a coalition of pastors and ministers and rabbis and you know, imams, also took this on and said, you know, in solidarity and as non-Muslim communities in many respects, and I'm not Muslim, understand that this is an issue of civil rights. This is an issue of equity. This is an issue of justice for our young people and their families to be able to celebrate holidays like all of us are able to celebrate in many cases, especially if we're Christian or if we're, you know, of other, specifically Christian and Jewish communities. So at the end of the day, for us as both community groups and social justice groups and people who believe in equity across the board understood that being able to demonstrate that all communities are respected and given an opportunity to celebrate their holidays without any kind of penalty was just and was the best and the right thing to do. Unfortunately, politics always get in the way, and I think this coalition in particular is an example of the ways in which diverse communities can come together, understand a shared vision and a goal, and then put forth the different strategies that were needed in order to accomplish what we're hopefully going to be celebrating this coming Thursday.
Yeah, so how do you push, as a labor movement, it's a secular movement, right? And it's a religious issue, so how you guys get involved in
there's a reality. I mean, labor is community, right? I mean, we're talking about workers, each and every one of us who works every single day may or may not be part of a union, an organized infrastructure that protects its workers. But we are, and labor unions are in our neighborhoods. They are our same communities, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Catholic, whether you're Jewish. And at the end of the day, there is a real message behind here that labor unions believe in their members, and while members believe in their labor unions.
So the labor union thought this is the issue of the members, and they're the interest of the members, and we have to serve them.
That's right. That was the fundamental essence of it all.
Mr. Hisham, so can you just tell us how you build up the momentum?
So basically on Eid al-Adha in 2006, there was a statewide exam, the Regents exam, and Muslim families were dumbfounded. Should we send our children to the school in order to keep their future, or we should celebrate together the holiday? So since then, this phase of the movement started and the coalition came together, and we passed a resolution from the City Council, unanimous resolution. This is unprecedented in the work of the Muslim community because Muslims from all 5 boroughs of New York City, Sunni, Shia, secular, you name it, with non-Muslims, with labor unions, with civil rights organizations, all work together in this coalition to get 35 co-sponsors in the city council. Unheard of. Had this been a bill, a law, we would have veto-proof majority. But the resolution passed in June 30 of 2009 after 3 years of work, and Mayor Bloomberg had the control of the schools at the time, and he override it. If it was a bill, again, this was important. We had 35 co-sponsors. We could override his veto, but unfortunately he had the control. So we met him in his office on May 13, 2010.
Individually you met with Bloomberg?
Yes, as the coalition, 6 of us met with him in his office and showed him, listen, this is not going to affect the school calendar much, and we have the dates here, and we presented to him, and he still said no. So we decided to focus on electing a mayor who would actually do it. And from that organizing, every candidate for mayor in the elections of 2013 said that they would add the Muslim holidays, including the Republican candidate. Okay. So alhamdulillah, this is a great work for the community, and everybody should be proud of what we did, alhamdulillah.
Okay, so Imam
Samir. Yes.
So how you are feeling about the first, Eid celebration by New York City School Board of Education?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm very thankful for Time TV for this wonderful invitations. And I wish the audience happy Eid Mubarak, Eid al-Adha Mubarak. May God make it very joyful and successful and blessed event for all Muslim all over the world and non-Muslim also, to make peace all over the earth. My start with this campaign, I think I was Imam at 96 Masjid in 3rd Avenue at the times. Also, I was board member with Greater New York Labor Coalition organization. So I had to play 2 roles. One, it's labor and civil movement, civil rights. One as religious. So when the campaign started, they were lacking actually support from the Muslim community at large. The imams, the religion, the mosque, the center. So I fit that role. So we organized the first gathering in 96 Masjid at the time. We reached out to a lot of members of the community. Unfortunately, a lot of them did not respond to us. So I'm very proud to say I was the first, I can say, Muslim and Arab person who carries this campaign in the beginning as an imam. So after that, we worked very hard. This long story, 9-year story. But thank God, the conclusion right now, the campaign was very successful. And that due to every individual, as Brother Joshua had mentioned, organization, whether we're religious or civil movement or legal movement or official or non-official, all of us together we put the effort. And I'm very happy actually, because when I was approached about this campaign from the beginning, my intention that we need the young Muslim generation in this city in particular, after 9/11 at that time, is to feel they are part of the city. They have all the right, like any child, enjoy in the city. So to deprive them from Eid celebration, I know have negative effect on them, and that really was my intention in the beginning. Is this campaign must happen? Is the time about it, for the sake of our own children, feel they have all the equal rights any child in the city entitled for. And with the help of Allah, God, and every member here, every person here, the campaign was successful, and we are very happy actually, especially at this particular tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, to have the first Eid holiday celebration. And really, I cannot describe my joy of almost 9-10 years of hard working with everybody else.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let's take a break and we'll come back. দর্শক, আমরা একটা ছোট্ট বিরতিতে যাচ্ছি, বিরতির পরে ফিরবো। আপনারা ততক্ষণে টাইম টেলিভিশনের সাথেই থাকুন। দর্শক, আপনাদের সবাইকে আবার ঈদ মোবারক। আপনারা জানেন আমরা ঈদ সেলিব্রেশন নিয়ে কথা বলছি। নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটি পাবলিক স্কুলে এবার প্রথমবারের মতো ঈদ হলিডে উদযাপন ঈদ হলিডে উপভোগ করছে শিক্ষার্থীরা। তো আজকে আমাদের সাথে যারা আছেন তাদের মধ্যে আলোচনায় আছেন আমার বা থেকে মিস্টার সুজাত খান, লুসিয়া গোমেজ, then Mr. Hashem Al-Maligi and Imam Samir Al-Rani. Thank you again to everyone.
Thank you.
So we are talking about the Eid celebration in New York City. So let's talk about the how a person can make a change, because it's been a long time the Muslims, they are fighting for the Eid holiday. During the time of Bloomberg, many times the city council has been approved and passed the bills, but it was denied by the Bloomberg. And then this mayor came, Bill de Blasio, and he make it happen. So what do you think about a person, how he can make the change?
Regardless of anything, no matter this issue, anything, if you are determined that you want to do this thing, you wake up in the morning, you just promise yourself and you work on it, you can make it happen.
Yeah, so in one word, you could say if mayor want to approve it and city council approve it, he can do it. But if you want to, avoid this, there is a way he can avoid as well.
Yes, but we had to work hard. We went to every single city elected officials from the beginning. Many of them even didn't want to talk to us.
Yes.
I must remember one of our coalition member. He is the non-Muslim. He was so angry, and I was really thinking, oh my God, I don't want to mention his name. We are about to get a big problem with the police. And then we didn't give up. We still moved on, and today I remember who welcomed us, who did not. This is today is our history, and I think very soon you will find our history of the campaign for Muslim school holiday in our website, and you will learn much better. Personally, my both child are now in university, but I started for them. Though they grow up without this equality, but I never give up. I'm still working, because I think we got only from the city. We didn't get throughout the state yet. We are working on it.
So you guys are working on throughout the state?
Yes. My organization already contacted few years ago one of senator from Queens, and we're working on it. And we keep on working. We'll get this thing done.
So Lucia, how do you feel about what is your personal emotion that a individual group who were, belonging a, religion, and then they was deprived by city council, and then it's happened because of your movement and support. So how do you feel as an individual who are part of the, who were part of the movement?
Well, I have to admit, it was a total learning curve for me to get into a room to have these very passionate conversations and these very deep understanding of every different personality. There's different Muslims, different countries, different, just different, a lot of difference. And at the same time, so many more similarities and so many more goals that we were sharing. And I think that I was extremely emotional when I saw everyone's emotions on stage when de Blasio announced this. And I think it's an example of what real grassroots organizing can do and what people can do, because this was not anyone sitting here alone. This was not, a couple of people. These were Dominicans, Mexicans, Ecuadorians, Muslim from different countries, different nationalities, African American community, the African community. I mean, in so many ways, this was New York City at its best. This was New York City saying we're embracing diversity. This is what it's all about in terms of understanding cultural inclusion within the city of New York, and this is a prime example of what we can do when we come together.
So what is, Mr. Hisham, so what is the lesson, I'm not talking about the Muslim, the community get from this movement?
So I think New York City sent a strong message to the entire world on how you deal with your population. New York City is home to about a million Muslims, including about 100 to 150,000 Muslim students in public schools. We are about 10% of the population. You cannot ignore such a number of people. So this message is you should treat your communities with respect and inclusion. As a matter of fact, the slogan for the coalition is recognition, inclusion, and respect.
Yes.
This is exactly what the city did, and we thank Mayor de Blasio for actually fulfilling his promise and doing this, and we hope that other cities and other countries around the world respect their populations regardless of who they are.
Yeah.
And because of our work of the 9 years organizing in the city, other communities now are able to get their own holidays as well. So after the Muslim holiday was approved or decided by the mayor, the Lunar New Year became also a holiday in the city. So we paved the way for communities in New York City to receive the recognition and inclusion and respect. So this is something very powerful we should all be proud of.
What about the, okay, what do you want to say? Do you want to say anything?
I'm saying now is much easier for any other community. When we started the campaign, remember, it was few years, short years after 9/11, the tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
And the community at large, they were, some of them even accusing the Muslim, you see. So really we had very, very tough beginning, very hard momentum to start, you see. So, but because we believed, all of us, religious and non-religious, community in every aspect, as Badr mentioned, New York at its own best diversity to show when the community has a good noble cause, according to the law of justice and equalities and human rights. We believe in all of that. We came to this country for those quality New York offer to the rest of the world.
Okay,
you see.
Mom, let me ask you
So-
another question. There is a division or debate about the day of the Eid. Because
Okay.
some people say, okay, today is the Eid. Some Muslims say tomorrow.
Okay.
So how you guys determine what would be the
Actually,
holiday?
I actually wrote the study for this, which is the city adopted, and we took in consideration both days. So this Eid al-Adha could be either tomorrow, the 23rd, or the day after tomorrow, the 24th.
Mhm.
So we took both days for every holiday for 30 years. And tomorrow the schools are already off because it's a Jewish holiday of
Mhm.
Yom Kippur.
Yes, yeah.
So we only requested Thursday the 24th. So if
Okay.
some Muslims celebrate tomorrow, schools are off. If after tomorrow, schools
So
still are
every
off.
year it will be 2 days?
One of 2 days.
One or
It's,
2 days?
yeah. So usually
Technically.
every year, because the holidays fall on a weekend or in the summer
Mhm.
or another school holiday, so we only need 1 day per holiday
Okay.
for the next 30 years.
Okay, so let
But,
me ask
but
you
if you look at the
another
bigger picture of
Yeah.
that, you see,
Mhm.
it's religiously speaking, you see, you can follow either opinion, to follow the local moon sighting or a global one. This has been a practice from day one, but up to the Muslim community to agree what to choose. So the problem is the Muslim to choose one of the 2 days. Otherwise, should be no problem, you see.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we have each one have 30 seconds. So if any other religion, say our Hindu, Buddhist, they want their religious holiday, will you support it?
Listen, we are not against anyone because we believe in liberty and justice. That's what the constitution of this country said.
Okay.
So we just want to play with this rule, and then if anybody get it, why not? We didn't have, so we had to. Other have. We are not against them either. We want to see everybody treated equally, you know.
What about Lucia?
I mean, I think, of course, I think at the essence, we're going to be very supportive of other groups and of other religious or other cultural individuals and groups that want to see their culture recognized by something like a school. At the same time, you know, there was a lot of negotiation. There was a lot of conversations. There was a lot of understanding around policies and about educating our students and about putting our students' education first. And at the same time, there's going to be, hopefully, a curriculum within the next couple of, you know, months that also educate non-Muslim students about the holiday. And so there is a huge educational component to this, you know, both communities embracing one another. So I think, of course, why not do something that will both educate our students and set the tone for valuing diversity and valuing everyone's, you know, cultures and religions.
Imam, can you just tell us a few, just within a short, you know,
Well,
time? No, just I'm
okay.
talking about the message to the young kids that, you know, how they can celebrate in this country, the Eid. What will be the message to the others?
But the message is that America receives on every year almost 800,000 immigrants from all over the world.
Yes.
And also, I remember I was discussing this issue one of the university president, and he told me we recognize right now demographically the student situation are changing almost every 10 to 20 years. So it becomes necessity. So we have to encourage every young person when you come to this country, you have to keep your heritage, you have to keep your faith, you have to keep believing in yourself. This is God giving right to you, and Allah give it to you also. Don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. Feel proud of yourself. Feel proud, for example, you are in your car, but you came from Bangladesh, or you came from Saudi Arabia, or you came from Cuba, or you came. See, all of that should make us strong and powerful. Diversity at the end is what gives the city the strength. So we have to be proud of that and encourage everybody to be celebrating their religious holidays.
Mr. Hashim, what will be the message to the other people who are our neighbor, our friends, but not Muslim? But as a Muslim, what you think the message should be, you know, given?
Sure. So we're New Yorkers, we're Americans. We just happen to be of a different religion. It doesn't make us bad people. It doesn't make us strange people. We're just different people, and that's one of the things that is good about this world, that we get to know each other. Now you will have a chance to understand what are those holidays about, what do we really believe. So we will remove the fear from the hearts of some of you who think that we're dangerous. You will see that your children learn about us. Who will befriend our children in the school, and this will promote peace and understanding, and we will be an example for the entire world for how to build a community and a society together without conflict or with minimizing conflict.
Thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Shujat Khan, Lucia, Mr. Hashem, and Mr. Samir. Everybody, you know, we are thanking everyone. And Eid Mubarak to all.
Eid Mubarak to you and to the Muslim community at large.
Thank you for having us, and Eid Mubarak.
Thank you. দর্শক, আজকে এ পর্যন্তই। আপনাদের সবাইকে আবার ঈদ মোবারক। সবাই ঈদ উপভোগ করবেন এবং টাইম টেলিভিশনের সাথেই থাকবেন। খোদা হাফেজ।